welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. I don't know what it is, but I have been in the mood for a Dutch baby. So we're going to make a Dutch baby, which is like a German pancake. If you've ever had that, it's like a puffed up kind of version of a pancake. It just makes for a great group breakfast. Step one is always what I call mise en place, or what the French call mise en place, which is just get everything out. Make sure you have everything. So we're using a half a cup of milk. I'm using a lemon, 3 eggs, a half a cup of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, and just some powdered sugar to dust over the top, and my cast iron skillet. But you could use any oven safe large skillet that you had. You just have to make sure it can go in the oven to 425 degrees or 450. We're going to do it at like 425. Putting all of our ingredients into a blender. If you don't have a blender, you could probably just use a whisk. You just need to incorporate all the ingredients together sort of like vigorously. So you could use a whisk or like maybe a food processor, but we're going to use a blender today. This is a half a cup of all-purpose flour going in first so that it's at the bottom where the blades are, so it gets mixed up. Then we're adding to that a half a cup of whole milk. I did that order so that I could use my now dirty cup from my milk to crack my eggs into, just to make sure that my eggs are okay. Because you don't want to crack your eggs directly into the blender for a couple of reasons. One, you could have a bad egg and then it's blended with the other ingredients. And number two, if you drop a shell in, it's pretty hard to fish out of a blender. So I'm gonna crack it into this dirty container. This is one of those things that looks really cool. It looks harder than it is, and it also tastes delicious. So we've got our half cup flour, half cup milk, 3 eggs. Now I'm adding to that a tablespoon of sugar. I use unbleached cane sugar because that's just my preference. So a tablespoon of sugar. You could add more if you want it to be sweeter, but we don't want to add too much. We want it to puff up beautifully. And then I'm going to do something a little bit extra. This is a nutmeg. Okay, this is a whole nutmeg, which you can buy at the grocery store in the spice aisle, or you can buy already ground nutmeg, but there's just something about grinding your nutmeg fresh. And I just don't want too much, but I'm just going to microplane a little bit of fresh nutmeg in. And you can smell it. It's just, I don't know, it just adds a little something special. Not too much, just a pinch of nutmeg into the mix. That's the whole batter. I'm gonna go blend it up and I'll be right back. I just wanted to show you before I finished, can't really see on camera, but I definitely have some flour that's not, oh, it's here. That's why. That's not mixed in. So I'm gonna get my silicone spatula and I'm gonna get down in there and just pull that away from the edge. Purposely did not tell you to preheat your oven before because we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes to get to room temperature and just to settle from all its mixing. And that's going to give us more lift and more puff. So we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to preheat our oven to 425. Put 4 tablespoons of butter, just like a half a stick of butter, into our cast iron skillet. Once our oven gets hot up to 425, we're going to put this in for like 5-7 minutes, just until all the butter gets melted and bubbly and our cast iron gets hot. We've got our hot skillet with our bubbling brown butter in it. You can just smell it. It smells amazing. We're going to pour the batter right onto it. You can already hear it sizzling. Gorgeous. And we're going to pop this in the oven, 425, for 20-ish minutes. And then I'm going to turn it down to 300 for an extra 5 minutes. Just to make sure that everything is cooked, but we don't want it to get like burnt. So we're just going to keep an eye on it after 20 minutes and make sure it doesn't burn. While it's cooking, I'm just going to prep myself a little lemon wedge so that I can put some yummy squeeze of lemon on top, because I think that that is just a delicious pairing with just like the rich, unctuous deliciousness of a German pancake or a Dutch baby. And it's sort of traditional, I think, to do powdered sugar with a squeeze of lemon. I'm just getting a couple wedges ready. And then I'm also gonna get out some powdered sugar to sprinkle on top and a sieve to put it through. I hear my oven like rattling, going crazy. My oven got way too hot because my oven's currently broken. And so it's a little bit too crispy on the edges, but look at this redonkulously beautiful, incredible, gorgeous thing. I'm going to pop it out of my cast iron onto like a cutting board just so I can show it to you. Oh my gosh, tell me she is not a showstopper, that she is not gorgeous. Okay, powdered sugar on top. Oh my god, the smell too. I love the Dutch baby smell. I'm a little bit mad at my oven for burning the edges, but I like a little crispy, so it's okay. First, I'm going to squeeze my lemon wedge to give it just a little bright, acidic, lemony goodness. This is also like all the sugar is going to stick in here into the lemon, and it's going to make kind of like a glaze, which is like chef's kiss amazing. Now the powdered sugar's in the sieve, and you can just tap it, and it'll give you that gorgeous dusting of powdered sugar on top. Stunning. Snow-capped mountains of perfection. Most important part. Let's try to get a bite. Now, it will deflate a little bit, like over time. It's got like great puff to it now. So just be, you know, it's so delicate and gentle and puffy and amazing. Savory, lemony, buttery, touch of sweetness. So good, such a showstopper, so easy to do. So delicious. I want even more lemon on my bite. It's mostly savory with that little bit of lemon and just a touch of sweetness. It's not sweet. You could make it sweet. You could put jams, jelly, honey, maple syrup. You could do fruit in it. Maybe we'll make a fruit one just to show you. This is just like a plain basic one. You could make it savory. You could sprinkle bacon and cheese on top. Whatever you want. It's just such a delicious base. It's so beautiful in presentation. It's so easy and yummy. So I hope you love your Dutch baby. I'm gonna go eat another piece. It's really light and airy. Like, you could probably eat this whole thing. I don't know if we should, but we probably could. I love you guys.